What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. Um, if you're new here, my name is Kevin Walker. Hit the subscribe button. It's totally free. Um, a lot to talk about. It's been a crazy last last uh 12 hours. It's just you know it's just been just surreal. We'll make a separate video about the new coach, but I want to start. I want to make a. I want to talk about the game and this season, and you know it's been a crazy ride. It's been a crazy ride. Um, you know, it, we wouldn't we wasn't talking about making the postseason like a month ago. Um, we wasn't really considered making the postseason, but gotta give credit to Justin Parker and his staff for turning this program around. Starting 1-9 in the SEC. And firing the head coach, and at that point I think you were 7-14, and then just going on the run the last couple weeks of the season, getting into the postseason and having the opportunity to just keep playing ball. And it's gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be the. I mean, it's gonna feel pretty weird. Next year not having these guys like Hunter Hines, who's been here for 4 years. It's gonna be kind of weird not seeing him out there. It's gonna be kind of but like Hunter Hines, Pico Khan, all the Sir Reeves, Joe Powell, all these seniors that put the time and effort into Mississippi State baseball, and competing every day. You gotta give credit to those seniors. And they're gonna be missed, but talking a little bit about this game, it's frustrating that your season is over. That your season is came to an end. Florida State, you gotta give Florida State credit. They were the better team. They were the better team. They had clutch hit. They had the clutch hitting. And Mississippi State didn't. And that's what it comes down to. Like they made more plays than Mississippi State. So I thought that Carson Lincoln did really good. He got in jams. He got you know in some tough situations, but found his way out of it. Um, and um, but at the end of the day, you just didn't make enough plays, didn't have enough timely hitting. Uh, but you know, going to this off season, um, we'll talk about the head coach and all that stuff on the next video that I'll make. I think, but this off season, now you head into the off season where you're gonna have guys transfer. That's just the nature of the transfer portal and in college sports. But you also are going to go get some players out of the portal, right? So you need to go get some difference makers. You need to go get some difference makers out of the portal. Like that's just the bottom line. Most of the season, State struggled. State, especially when State got into the bullpen, kind of struggled there. We were losing Pico Khan, so you need to go get us an ace out of the portal, and maybe Ace Reese not Ace Reese, maybe Robert McPherson and Charlie Foster and Dane Burns and those freshmen that can step up, and they have this year. That they made some improvement, but so busy next couple weeks for Mississippi State. But I mean, you hate to see the season end. Obviously, you don't want the season to end. You want to go all the way to Omaha, win the national championship. That's Mississippi State's goal. Is to win national championships and hosting super regionals that didn't know field. That's why they built that stadium to play in June. So, but it didn't work out. Hopefully next year, you turn this program around and you turn this and you go back to what Mississippi State used to be. Best baseball field and best field, best facilities, best fans in the country. Like it's not even close. The fans is amazing. So, but we'll see what happens in the portal. But they played hard. Good season. Had some ups and downs. But at the end of the day, we're lucky to be in the postseason. We're lucky to even get a shot and playing in the postseason. So, but we'll see what happens in the portal. So, but another thing, Garrett Fry hit that home run to start the game. First pitch home run. He could come back next season. And give credit to Joe Powell. I want to also credit Joe Powell. He also hit the home run. So, but thank you guys. God bless. And see you next time. He'll stay.